This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun. No.
Y'all, just stop. This is a sham.
Travis, baby, I have to do my show.
I can't help it, Your Honor.
Oh my God, did you just call me Your Honor?
Yeah.
Babe.
Baby.
Baby. Babe, you're so epic.
Oh, you're so pumped.
Welcome to DBL. That was a little clip from Kim Kardashian spoofing her sister Kourtney on SNL over the weekend. It's Monday, October 11th. I'm Jeff here with my friends Al and Tori.
Hello.
Should we just jump right in because we're going to talk about this?
You know we got to get to it.
And I got a lot to say, even about the tattoos, because I would leave those on all week if I was the actor. Okay, nothing was off limits for Kim K on SNL. During the opening monologue, she poked fun at herself, her family, and her marriage to Kanye West. Let's take a look.
He's the richest black man in America, a talented, legit genius who gave me 4 incredible kids. So, when I divorced him, you have to know it came down to just one thing: his personality.
Kim also made some edgy jokes about her late father's friend, O.J. Simpson. Let's watch.
It's because of him that I met my first black person. Want to take a stab in the dark at who it was? I know it's sort of weird to remember the first black person you met, but O.J. does leave a mark. Or several. Or none at all. I still don't know.
Al's face. Ratings for SNL were up 23% compared with last week's season opener, which was the lowest rated show ever. That was Owen Wilson. I'm a big fan of Owen Wilson, but apparently not everybody is.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's stay with Kim Kardashian. Listen, I thought she did a great job. And it just shows she was a little nervous. When those pros are up there and they make it look easy, that's because they're talented, right?
Exactly.
She did a great job, I thought, for not doing it all the time. But what did you think, Al? You're the comedian.
Look, I watched this, and I watched it in the makeup room with Dre and the crew, and they were laughing. I was laughing. I thought she had legitimate good timing. I thought the jokes were well written. I think that she went there. And for a person that, first of all, Jeff, you called it weeks ago. You said she was going to do a good job. I thought she did great, Tori.
I love me some Kim K, as you know. She's very shy. She faced her fears. I watched her Instagram. She was very nervous. She stayed up all night rehearsing with the crew.
Give us the bad news.
I thought it was fabulous. It was
all right.
so
I thought you were setting us up for a letdown.
No, she was phenomenal. I thought when you can make fun of yourself, you can't get hurt from anyone. If you ever have a scandal, I say go on SNL and make fun of yourself. Kim went all there, all out, and one of the best part was with Kendall Jenner during the People's Court. She's pretending to be Kourtney, and Kris Jenner is actually there suing Kendall, played by Halsey. Take a look at this.
Well, I'm suing Kendall because she has absolutely no drama. She won't cause any drama, and it's damaging our brand.
I'm a Jenner, not a Kardashian.
And that's something you need to work on, honey.
I thought that was great. And she almost broke character, which I thought about you. I know you love that.
It's my favorite. I love when people break character. What did you think about her bringing her mom, and I know it's her brand, and her other sister, Chloe, was there as well.
And Scott Disick was there, too.
Was he in the skit?
No, but he was there, and they made a joke at Scott Disick, and he was there with Chloe backstage.
But do you think Kim should have, rode that out herself, or you think it's good that she made her family come and, be in some scenes?
I'm glad that they were all there. First of all, star power. I mean, those are A-list stars. So if you can get 1 or 4, how many are you going to take?
And how about her Bachelor scene when she had Chris Rock, Amy Schumer, Tyler Cameron, she had all those guys? That's all because Kim K knows all those. Chase Crawford.
Up 23%, that means something.
Yeah.
And imagine what the clips are doing as well online.
She brings her audience. But Kourtney wasn't there.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why I'm breaking down the Kardashians like this. I'm really involved. But then they made fun of Kourtney in some way. So do you think maybe this caused a rift internally?
Kourtney makes fun of herself, and she totally doesn't care. That's Kourtney. And the best part about them, why they wear so well for 15 years, is because they can just make fun of themselves. If you couldn't, you're just unwatchable.
Okay, now last question. If you got those Travis Barker tattoos, would you not rock them all week?
All week.
Definitely. You got to.
Just tarantulas.
All right, let's move on. We're getting a first look at Timothée Chalamet as a young Willy Wonka. By the way, in my ear, they go, you can move on.
I can hear it. They're like, go.
The actor posted this pic on Instagram from the upcoming film Wonka and captioned it saying, suspense is terrible. I hope it will last. But of course, the internet couldn't hold back. One person tweeted out Timothy next to Gonzo from The Muppet Show. Wow. a throwback photo. Another
good.
said quote, the sexification of Willy Wonka needs to stop.
Who's
And
ever tweeted that?
Timothy takes over for Johnny Depp, who portrayed a creepy version of Willy Wonka. This is Gene Wilder right here.
That's Johnny Depp.
There's Johnny Depp, obviously. But the original was in 1971, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Nobody could be Willy Wonka. I think Gene Wilder is the only guy who plays it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like going back to the
People
original.
said that about Batman.
I know.
No. He's right. You're 100%, 1,000% right. And I'm insulted that we didn't ask for a third Willy Wonka. I don't need this. Johnny Depp was a mess. I don't need Timothée Chalamet being sexy. Gene Wilder was cool because he was weird and scary. And that's the part of Roald Dahl that made him this tyrant that you didn't understand. There's a mystery to it. I don't want to see Johnny Depp being like this. You ruined it.
I just love to hear people our age talk about what they don't want to see anymore. Newsflash, there's new people on the planet.
But then come
They're
up with
like
a new
10,
story.
12 years
then come
old,
up with a new
and
story,
they're not going to watch a movie from 1971.
Then come up with a new story. Why are we
That is such an easy thing to say, come up with a new story. Oh, the reason that we have these Batman since the 1920s and Superman and Marvel is because these brands are already built in place. There's already a marketing machine in place. So you just kind of replace the actors. Starting a new story is very difficult to get traction. Probably Harry Potter is the only thing in our lifetime where we've seen start from nothing and become what it has. So when we start saying, I don't want to see a new, it means you, 40-year-old, but our kids that are 8, 10, 12, their Willy Wonka will be Timothée Chalamet.
But you don't remake Jane Austen all the time with like trying to get it to be like sexier and doing all this stuff. Like I just wish they
reference people know.
Okay, I'm just saying. Willy Wonka was written by Roald Dahl, who completely made it about a post-World War II. There's a lot behind it, and I did a term paper on Willy Wonka, and all the 7 kids represent the 7 sins. There's gluttony, there's sloth, there's pride, there's vanity, and there's a depth to here that Johnny Depp never touched, and I think Timothée Chalamet. I guess.
How do you know that he won't?
Because
And also now we have the internet, where now somebody can talk about the fact that what the kids represent and like go deeper into the movie rather than 1971 where they were like, Gene was good. Well, I think we can do better with the movie.
No,
and
you can't really back up your argument if you didn't write a term paper on that.
That is just...
Isn't that cool?
Just so embarraing.
Willy Wonka.
The teacher probably had to give her a C.
Let's get some crowd noise from the studio. Was that cool?
Yeah.
You got one. You got one.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, of course.
Will you bring it in?
Of course. I thought it was a fascinating take on sin.
You still have it?
Of course. You don't have any.
So was 7. That was a different kind of take on sin. So like we can have different ways to talk about these things, and we can update them as new generations come onto the planet.
Gene Wilder is the heart.
All we do is remake classics. How many times they made Wizards of Oz? Wizard of Oz.
Oh, the Wiz and stuff, yeah.
All right. We'll continue in the break. Coming up on DBL.
One movie forever.
We can all use a little tequila right now. Time and Therapy, and Old Dominion is here to give it to us. You don't want to miss our interview with them. And we're putting our pop culture knowledge to the test in another round of fact or fake news. Play along with us at home. I'm excited.
We get paddles?
I'm excited. Yeah.
Closed captioning provided by...
Hey guys, so if you wanted to know a little bit more, Rob, come on up, I'll tell you. I'm cool, you're not, I'm cool. So we have Sloth, which was Mike TV. Thank you. We have Gluttony, which was Augustus Gloop.
Sloth was Mike TV.
Yeah, because all he did was watch TV. Veruca Salt was Pride. We have, I want a golden goose, Daddy.
I thought that would be Sloth.
No.
Thanks, Kiri.
No, and then the blueberry.
Wasn't Johnny Depp way scarier than Gene Wilder? Yeah, he was.
Have you seen the head with the chicken come off?
Because sometimes the thing I like about remakes is sometimes it's a dark remake and sometimes it's a light remake, like they did with Batman. Christian Bale was dark.
Agreed, and I thought it would go darker, but if you really watch the old Gene Wilder, there's this scene where they get in the boat, remember? And they have to go and travel, and they have a screen, and he's like, getting wilder, do, and then like bugs are chopped off and chickens are chopped off, and the kids are like, what are we doing here? And kids are killed. They go through the thing. They're like, sorry, can't help you. It's a dark, psychological.
So our producer just kind of explained a little. It's a prequel to Willy Wonka. So this is before. Cool. It's not remaking it. So that's kind of a good point, you know?
Now.
Yeah, that would have been good information.
But he's still portraying Willy Wonka, the character. Right. But how is he going to portray it? Like Gene Wilder? I thought Johnny Depp was way creepier than Gene Wilder.
People didn't like, the Joker. They didn't like how...
But you have
If
to.
you really watch the original Gene Wilder,
You got to do a take like your own version.
And it was a dark take on like the Joker and like how he
Like,
came to
him
be.
dying.
So.
I thought that Johnny, and if for all you who think that Johnny Depp was scarier, I know what you mean on the surface, but psychologically, like when they're going in that boat ride and Gene Wilder's anger, and he's like, "Good day, sir," like he's a scary tyrant.
Oh, you lose.
You lose. You lose. You ate the bubbles. You lose. That was scary.
Yeah.
Time's up.
That scared me.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time to play our favorite game, Fact or Fake News. Today, we're taking a look at some headlines from the weekend to see if we can figure out what's fact and what's fake news. So you guys ready to play?
Yeah, and prompter, don't roll too fast. You know.
The answers aren't in the prompter.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
So Tori can't control herself but look in there because she does term papers on Willy Wonka.
Okay, move on.
Okay. Elijah Wood says an orc in Lord of the Rings was designed to look like Harvey Weinstein.
I'm gonna say
Fact or fake news? What do we think?
I'm gonna say fake. I'm
I'm going to say fake news as well.
He was not
It's
popular in Hollywood circles.
1,000% correct. And Elijah Wood, they did it for Elijah Wood because he has stories.
Well, let's see the real answer, not just Tori's. Fact.
good
Did you hear
one.
this over the weekend?
Oh, yeah, and they show the actual orc. He's in a quick scene, and it kind of looks like Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
All right, who knew? Okay, George Clooney doesn't rule out a political career after Hollywood.
I read this article.
Oh, dang, what's your answer? Oh, good. I got the same one. I'm going to say fake news.
Look how nervous Tori
I don't think he
was.
wants to get into politics.
He's just sold his tequila brand for $1 billion. He's in the south of
Yeah,
France.
so the last thing you want to do is
Go to Oklahoma and argue somebody in
He
the
does
state
look at foreign
house.
policy a lot, maybe.
All right, let's see the answer. Fake
Yes,
news.
he's loving his life.
He said Casa
bad.
Amigas to that. Because that's just to keep. Okay.
Was that a bad joke? Even a ding. All right, Justin Bieber says he wants to start trying for a baby by the end of this year. All right. I'm with my boy with the Biebs. I think he's ready.
I think he's too
ready.
mysterious to say that. I'm not saying it's not true. I think he's too mysterious to say that. So I'm gonna say fake news.
Not only did he say it, he said he wanted to squish out a little nugget.
Oh.
So I'm guessing it's fact. Let's see the answer. Oh, Tori was up on her news this weekend.
Oh, that's what
the
happens
rest
when
of
you
us
don't
were
leave the
out
house,
having
I went to a concert.
All right. Did you?
No. Who'd you go see?
The Dave Matthews Band.
Okay.
I did too.
There you go.
And
You
then
guys didn't meet up?
No, he went one night, I went the other night.
And then we met at the Gap after.
Yeah.
All right. Prince Harry will cameo in the next James Bond film. That's what studio reps say. Is this fact?
I am
or
saying
fiction?
they're trying to break into media.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't want this, but I think it might. I don't know. No, I'm doing this.
All right, let's see the news. Let's see what it is. I say fake news. Yes. Oh. Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, I guess I could see that, but.
Yeah. Too much too soon.
And
Yeah.
also, like, more behind the scenes, I guess.
Yeah.
And then if he had a part, you know,
Megan
she's
was-
going to want a part.
She's the actress.
That's a good point, too. All right. Gwyneth Paltrow launches a line of magic sex pills
Oh, my
for women.
I say that's true.
I mean, this sounds like right up her alley, right?
Yeah, it does, but she's been sued before for the jade egg. So I'm saying fake news. She's learned her lesson.
All right, Tori, this might be the decider who wins this thing. Let's see it. Oh! Tori
I know
wins it.
my girl.
She's the worst.
That's GP for you.
She's the worst.
Why is she the you? You
not
say
a
she's the worst, but you
doctor.
like a lot of the stuff she does.
I just think magic
All right.
sex pills not great.
Do we have a winner? Who's the winner?
Jeff won.
Is it really? Did you win?
I guess so. I just.
Well done.
counting
Give me a
it.
high five on that.
All right.
I thought Al won, to be honest with you.
No, I kind of messed up in a couple of
I
beginnings.
think I won.
Wow, I'm super smart.
Tori, you definitely didn't.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you can't just keep holding it up.
Okay. It's a fact, everyone.
All right, coming up on DBL, country band Old Dominion joins us. Just how hard was it for them to break into the music scene as a group? You're
I
going to
need
find
to
out
be on
next.
this boat.
It's such a good song.
push to honor Native Americans instead of Christopher Columbus is gaining momentum. Let's connect the dots. President Biden just became the first president to recognize Indigenous Peoples Day. He signed a proclamation saying it will not replace Columbus Day, but will be celebrated on the same date. Meanwhile, many places have stopped celebrating Columbus Day altogether, including North Carolina. Governor Cooper recognized Indigenous Peoples Day back in 2018, signing the proclamation in honor of the 8 historic tribes that call our state home. It's part of a nationwide push to refocus the holiday. Instead of celebrating Christopher Columbus, advocates argue we should instead honor the Native communities devastated by colonialism. After the explorers' arrival, millions of people were killed and forced to leave their land. The violence led to widespread economic and cultural losses that Native Americans are still dealing with today. But several states are still holding on to Columbus Day. Some Italian Americans consider the day a nod to their own heritage. For now, both holidays will exist side by side. And that is Connecting the Dots.
Welcome back to DBL. They've written some of the most popular country songs in recent memory, and earlier we spoke with 3 members of Old Dominion to chat about their new album, Time, Tequila, and Therapy. That's today's Chatting with the Stars.
So your name, Old Dominion, comes from Virginia, where most of the band is from, except for you, Trevor. You're from Detroit.
From the D.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
True, yeah. From the D.
So if you could give the group your own name, Trevor, what would it be?
Ooh, I don't know. Old Dominion's pretty good, pretty hard to top, but I like Fried Eagle. We used to go as Fried Eagle for a couple gigs.
Now, I love it because like your songs are catchy. Like Break Up With Him is definitely like an earworm. So where does your original sound come from? Because I hear that song being played like when the girl that you like is with the guy you know she doesn't like and they're at the same bar and you just play it passive aggressively on, you know.
We've been known as home wreckers because of that song, but also we bring people together. We like to focus on that side of things. But I don't know. Our sound just comes from us, man. We're a true band. There's 5 of us, and we're good friends. And whatever chemistry we have together is what comes out. So that's just what we sound like.
Oh, it's working.
So the biggest artists today are solo acts or brands built around a single person, especially in country music. Has it been hard finding your space as a group in the genre?
No, I think it actually helped us in the beginning because there weren't really any bands doing it. So when we came up, we created a lane for ourselves. You know, there wasn't as much competition with other solo artists. So it actually kind of worked in our favor. And we also have, you know, you got your boys to like bounce ideas off and make decisions together. It's not as lonely out here when you know, it's tough waters to navigate sometimes. So we have each other, which is helpful.
All right, folks, let's talk about your new album, which I could relate with, Time, Tequila, and Therapy, which is a great title. Tell me the story behind that. Where'd that come from?
I love that title.
Thank you. Yeah, it's actually a lyric from one of the songs on the album called No Hard Feelings. And it just seemed to be like this whole album is sort of a snapshot of where we were as people and as songwriters and as a band when we recorded it. So those 3 things sort of encompass us as a band and our time in Asheville, North Carolina when we were recording it, and really the state of the world, you know, after coming out of the pandemic or being in a pandemic. It just sort of worked, you know, summed up the whole thing.
There's a lot of you in the group. What was in second place? What was the runner-up to that?
To the album title?
Yeah.
Man, most of them we can't say.
All right. Trying to get it out of you.
I like it. Okay, so I love your single from the new album, I Was in a Boat That Day, and we are going to show our viewers a clip from the music video. So let's watch.
She gone for the summer, gone for the night, gone for the weekend or the rest of my life. Was she laughing, was she crying as she walked away? I can't say. I was on a boat that day, the river was rolling. I was getting my float on. She was telling me so long. I was already so long gone.
So clearly you guys took the title literally when filming the video. Can you guys tell us how the song and music video came to be?
Yeah, well, the song came to be. We had that title for a long time, and but we had never written it. I mean, years. And then when we were in Asheville, somebody threw out the title again, and we ended up writing it. And it was so fun to write the song, so fun to record the song. We knew we just had to have some fun with it. So we were down in Key West and got a boat, and you saw what happened.
Yeah, that's really like indicator. That's how you know you made it. Is you say, let's have a party on a boat and film it, and suddenly there you are.
I love it.
I mean, you look at the breakup in the video. Breakup in the video was a whole bunch of work and a whole bunch of acting, and then you get further along the road, and you go, well, maybe we just, instead of spending all day working, we spend all day hanging out on a boat.
Yeah.
I love it.
How about we adopt that plan?
I know. Let's go to Mexico and go on the booze cruise.
I like how you.
It seemed like you're having fun.
I like how you went about it as acting. It was a tough day of acting.
Yeah.
For us. Honey, leave me alone. I'm acting all day.
We're method actors, so the feeling was real.
Well,
Let's talk about, seriously, that's genius, because anybody who's been on a boat for any reason, I mean, my mom has her little pontoon. We pull up all the boat songs.
Yes.
So this is going to be on our list
yes.
of boat songs on the pontoon. Because, hey, that's what we like to do.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
Hard to have a bad day on a boat.
The new album, Time, Tequila, and Therapy, is out now, and you can get your copy online or in stores. We'll be right back.
Remember it like it was yesterday, 'cause it was. And I was letting the sun and the rum just do what it does.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
President Joe Biden recently tasked a federal health agency to create a system of vaccine mandates in the workplace. Some viewers have sent us a question related to this. Can the federal government mandate vaccinations for the general public? With Verify, we tell you our sources first. We spoke with 5 professors from health policy and law programs: Christopher Robertson from Boston University, Wendy Parmet from Northeastern University, Dorit Rice from the University of California, Ana Santos Rutschman from St. Louis University, and Stacy Kirshner from Georgia State University. The short answer is no. The government on its own can't mandate vaccines to the general public.
The federal government needs an enumerated power to act in this space. And so that's why it can't just require, every citizen to do it on its own. They have to act through an area where they do have power, like regulating worker safety.
That's why President Biden's administration tasked the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, with creating and implementing a vaccine mandate for America's workforce, not the general public. OSHA exists to provide workplace safety through rules, standards, and inspections. OSHA's upcoming vaccine mandate for workers will be an Emergency Temporary Standard, or ETS, which can only happen if there's the potential for, quote, grave danger in the workplace. Now, because it's an ETS, the mandate can only last up to 6 months before going through the normal review process.
It allows them to bypass the normal Administrative Procedure Act.
In June, OSHA created an ETS for healthcare workers that, in part, regulated face masks, patient screenings, and the use of aerosol products, but did not include a vaccine mandate. The ETS issued in June in response to COVID-19 was the first ETS since 1983. Legally, there's no precedent for the government mandating vaccines for the general public. The Supreme Court case from 1905, Jacobson versus Massachusetts, dealt with a vaccine mandate for smallpox. But in this case, states enforce the law, not the federal government, because states have a constitutional capacity known as police power, allowing them to do this type of mandate. It does not apply to the federal government.
It's not a legal precedent, right? A legal precedent has to be so close to what you're saying that either you're persuaded by it or you're bound to it. We don't have either.
It is true that the federal government has required vaccines under outlined circumstances, such as for immigration, traveling, or parts of the military, but it's always been for specific groups.
The federal government has not historically mandated vaccines for the general public.
So we can verify, no, the federal government can't mandate vaccinations for the general public. However, vaccine mandates may be applied to specific groups under the federal government's jurisdiction, like OSHA enforcing a vaccine mandate for America's workplace. Health law experts say once OSHA provides more details about how this mandate will be enforced, then it will be easier to predict if it will potentially be challenged or held up in court.
Welcome back to DBL. It's time for a security alert sponsored by LifeLock. So scammers are everywhere, and it's more important than ever to know their tricks so you can protect yourself and your family. So here are 3 of their favorite cons. I thought treats was definitely coming somewhere in the prompter. I could see it. Halloween season. First, romance scams are the most popular. Scammers target the divorced or recently widowed, create fake social media profiles, and once they've gained their victim's trust, they will tell a sob story and ask for some money.
Watch Love Story on Amazon Prime. Love fraud.
There
Love
you go.
fraud.
There's an example. Next, beware of holiday scams. These cons set up fake websites offering cheap travel deals, often imitating well-known brands. And finally, copycat cons. This happens when a fraudster pretends to represent a trusted organization. The scam is simple. Grab the victim's attention, demand money, and lure them into providing personal information. That's how much of a scam when you're just demanding.
Yes.
If your information has been breached, LifeLock is here to help. LifeLock keeps you and your digital identity secure from cyber criminals. Call 800-261-1089 or visit lifelock.com to learn more. I think in one of these, we just said it plain and simple. Don't send anyone you don't know money over the internet. That's the basis.
And also, if something feels weird, ask a question. I remember, like, last week, you pulled me aside and you go, I wouldn't get this email from this email address. And I go, absolutely not. And you go, okay.
Yeah, check with your friends.
It was Amazon and it looked really good. Like someone hacked your account and then you check the URL
and it's all
numbers.
numbers.
Crazy. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.